So I've got a question here regarding Apple products. Someone was calling me a hypocrite because I'll read the comment out and just put one on charge because I'm using it for my little... It's great, this phone is like a modem for me. It's like a modem. It's fantastic. It's the best camera I could find on the market. If anyone can think of a better camera than the iPhone 6, post down below. Oh, what a Canon EOS 8 DSLR. Something that I can pull out of my pocket, boom, shoot, film. Something that's safe to actually carry as a cyclist. So it's the best thing. And it works with my freaking Mac. So we've got a question here. We've got a question. So Photographic Times says, I'll be honest with you, Durian, as a vegan, one of my biggest reasons about quitting meat diet was the cruelty. It's nice to eat cruelty products. I'm going to put this camera out and read it at the same time. It's nice to eat cruelty-free vegetable products. I'm guessing at least to a degree that is also true to you. Apple and the factories that produce various iPhone components have been caught using children and in some cases forcing children to work. Yes, Apple says they've stopped doing it when they were caught, as does the farming industry. A load of bullshit. As much as I adore you and your girlfriend, I consider it hugely hypocritical using iPhones and Apple products. There are cell phones out there with similar features that can prove that they don't use unethical hiring practices in developing countries. I know that I'm going to receive hate for this, but as a human being, I can't respect someone who finances corporations that have been caught using children. Welcome to the real world, sweetie. What I have to say is not hate to you. This is a comment I see a lot. People in fucking fairy tale world. Where do you think Apple buys its product from? Where? From the factories in China. Where do you think Dell, Hewlett-Packard, Nokia, Sony, all these companies, where do they get their product from? China, Asia, Southeast Asia. I'm in Thailand right now. I've talked to people who work at factories and they're like, well, I work at factories, it's my job. It's how I put food on the table. People fucking queue up. If you look at the photos of the Apple contract factories in China, you'll get, when they have a job announcement, they'll get 2,000 to 3,000 people turn up, pushing each other away, trying to get in the doors to get a job. People want to work. And you got this person pretending that if they own a Nokia or a Sony or whatever, parts from China that comes from some magical factories. Have you been to China? I've been to fucking China. It's fucking cutthroat. So you can live in fairy tale world and say, I don't use an Apple, I'm really ethical, but you're using a computer. You're using products that come from these factories. So I'm not saying it's good, but I'm saying that's just fucking reality. Alright? If you really believe in what you're saying, don't use a fucking computer. Don't use a phone. Don't. I remember when I used to wear Nikes, people say, oh, I don't wear Nike, I wear Adidas, I wear Brooks, I wear New Balance, I wear Asics. Same factories, man. They design a product in the US or Germany, whatever, send the models over to China, and these factories work at it, producing a product. So you're delusional if you're thinking that because I don't wear Nike or I don't wear Apple, that you're not participating in some way. This is how the world is, man. It's how the world is. And if I had an 8-year-old kid, I'd rather have him working in a factory than on the street. Because what's the other option? If you're a kid in that much poverty, where are you going to work? In the factories? You're going to be working in prostitution or in the trash cans or drug smuggling. That's just how it is. That's the reality. So for those 4 options, prostitution, drugs, trash collecting or factory, where would you want your kids working? Fucking factories, of course. So don't talk nonsense because that's the hard fucking reality right here, right now. Over 30,000 kids die today from starvation. So if you're thinking, why don't I buy Apple? It's not going to do fucking shit. All it is going to cut the jobs and those kids will be out the other 3 things. Prostitution, going through trash, or drug running. That's just how it will, crime or whatever, or begging on the street. That's just how it is, man. Go to Asia. It's cutthroat, man. Billions of people in China. If you die on the street, they're like, you know, I worked for a boss about 10 years ago. He's from Hong Kong. And in China as well. And he says, mate, life's cheap, Harley. You die, someone's there to replace you. You're like, a death is an inconvenience. Like, we've got to get someone to clean off the road or whatever. It's life cheap. They just straight by you, mate. It's life's cheap. So when people live in America or Australia, Europe, and they've never travelled, they're living in a fairy tale world. So, bottom line, if you pretend that you can avoid sweatshop labour or child labour or whatever, you're like not living in the fucking real world, man. You're not living in the real world. Even the oil that you uses to make our products, your products, that's coming from Iraq. They're dropping bombs on kids so we can have our oil. That's a fucking reality. So you can have your gas and your heating in your home in Canada or whatever. So you can drive your car to work, man. So you can drive your car to type in your computer or your cell phone in traffic. Durianrider, you're a hypocrite. Oh, red light, drive along. Durianrider, you're a hypocrite. Oh, I'm late for work. Put the gas on. Burn more oil from Iraqi kids getting bombed. That's the fucking reality. I'm not saying it's right. I'm saying this is the fucking reality. And if you think outside of that, it's delusional, isn't it? It's fucking delusional. Post your comments, questions down below. Not hating, but I understand where this person's coming from, but they're living in fairy tale world. They're living in unicorn world. I don't use an Apple, so my world's perfect. It's not, sweetie. It's not. It's a fucking cold, hard, cutthroat world out there. Come to Asia. I ride through the slums on my bicycle. I see what's going on. Alright? This is how it is. It's not good, but that's how it fucking is. And once we see a thing how it is, we can make changes. That's why I had a vasectomy, man. This world's fucked up. It ain't getting better. It ain't getting better, man. So I'm woke up and reading through comments again. This person, the one who's giving me crap for having an Apple product, for having Macs and stuff, they actually do have a Mac themselves. So they've written, another solution is to buy a used phone. It can be the newest model. This benefits local economies and the money doesn't go to Apple. The money already went to Apple. And if you know what I mean? Like if you're buying your phone from a local shop, brand new or not, it's still in that local economy, which means fucking well anyway. Because it's one world, basically. I love my Mac, but I'd never buy it from Apple. Where did it come from? Where does a Mac come from? It comes from the apple tree, right? It didn't come from the orange tree. So there's what people are just delusional. She says it was refurbished by a professional company. Where did the processors come from? Where does the RAM come from? Where did the SSD come from? It comes from those little factories in China that you pretend you don't participate in. So this is the level of hypocrisy people are. Durianrider, don't use an Apple. Writing on my Mac. Writing it on my Mac. Durianrider, don't use a Mac. I'm writing on my Mac too though. This is, I mean, I think this person, not hating, but they need to go take their unicorn for a long walk today down reality lane.